The latter half of Blacklist season 4 has not been my favorite, as I've expressed before, but the previous episodes have been, sort of piquing my interest again in the show, and I really did like the Blacklist season 4 episode, I believe, episode 13, Isabella Stone. However, it did have its problems, especially with pacing. So basically, this episode begins with Raymond's head of legal transporting in the Mediterranean being framed by this blacklister, Isabella Stone, whose business it is to frame people, to set up failures, and to sort of take down organizations. And she's targeted Red's organization, we don't know why. So eventually, this guy gets thrown in jail for the murder of his wife, which Isabella Stone clearly committed, but nobody else believes this guy. And Raymond, Dimbe, and Ponytail try to break him out of prison. There's some cool action sequences, and I love seeing Red, sort of in this more active role in this episode. But eventually, his head of the Mediterranean shipping part of Raymond's business gets shot and dies, and I really did like the prison escape. However, I found it kind of annoying that I believe his name's Stratos got killed. Isabella, basically, the other part of the story that we get to see, Isabella is motivated, we figure out, by the death of her innocent husband who worked for Raymond. And that's one of the reasons she's so adamant with bringing down Raymond's organization. We see Isabella targeting one of sort of Raymond's longtime friends, Dr. Sperry. He's a philanthropist who Raymond's funding. And the team is able to get to him in time and to save him before he drowns, and Elizabeth saves him, this guy. And it turns out in the end that Dr. Sperry was actually a good guy, and Raymond just appreciated his good nature at the end of the episode. So really, this guy who this lady, Isabella Stone, was trying to murder, normally she murders high profile, people who are terrible, but it turns out that Dr. Sperry was actually a good guy, and she was actually going after somebody who was a good guy, although he was on Raymond's payroll. So the episode ends with Raymond sort of kidnapping Isabella in this cool scene where they blow over the transport truck she's in, and sort of starting to interrogate her, or we see that he is going to start interrogating her. So this episode wasn't very complicated. Isabella Stone was a simplistic episode of The Blacklist. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was terrible, but I really think the momentum died down in this episode, especially I'm reviewing this episode late, and the next episode, just killed it in as far as momentum's concerned. I really feel like Isabella Stone was a lower point in the latter half of the season, but, overall I did enjoy it, and like I said, I enjoyed Raymond being in a more active role. So my final score for Season 4, Episode 13 of The Blacklist, Isabella Stone, number 34, would have to be a 7.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed my review for The Blacklist. I know I'm catching up on reviews, and I'm a little bit behind, but hopefully I'll have all my reviews out later this week. Remember to like and subscribe for more Blacklist content. This has been Jonesy from Joneser TV, signing off.